There we go. Alright. I think I got this thing fucking working now. So, probably going to start off with some quick little warm-up things. Because, especially when you're using any kind of staff, you want to warm up your wrist, grip strength, that kind of thing. So, something I really like to do is I'll go about halfway down the staff and just kind of go side to side, keeping your knuckles pointing forward, I should say. And you're not really going to where you can feel it, you just want to kind of rotate your wrist, let the momentum of the bow take it from side to side. A little bit on each side, might get a little snap and crack. That's totally normal. There we go. Alright. Another really fun one, this one kind of opens up the chest, kind of moves the back a little bit, the shoulders. Take your time with any of these, you really want to start slow, but I like to go here and here. And this kind of opposing force opens up the pecs a little bit. And it's going to come down, across, switch, across the other side. It takes a lot of control to not smack yourself in the back of the head. So that's where you start off kind of slow. You'll try and get it a smooth motion. You want your hands to transfer the bow horizontally across your chest. That way it's going that way as opposed to doing this. So you want to go smooth, straight across. This is a good way to kind of wake up your grip muscles a little bit, open up your chest, like I said, all that kind of stuff. Get your control working up. Another really good one. This one tends to be a little bit tricky to explain, but grab a hold of one end of it. Grab tight, but you're going to pull in towards yourself. As you push, this is the one that you're going to be stretching. As you push that one down, you're going to be kind of twisting it with your other hand along the bow. This will kind of pull tight on your outside forearm, kind of stretch those out. From there, you can push that arm back and bring it up. And it'll go over your obliques, up into your armpit, back of your shoulder, that kind of thing. And of course, the other side. So kind of twisting it as you push it down and back, up. There we go. Feels good. All right. So, one of the really good workouts that you can do with the bow doesn't have much for application, but it looks cool and it's really good for coordination. Pretty good for cardio, burns some fat, builds muscle, that kind of thing. We're going to start with two hands, because it's a little more control that way. You want to be kind of close together, don't let them touch, but pretty close. You always want to have your pointer finger and your thumb be touching. You want to have those be the things that do not let go ever. Your other fingers, depending on the size of your bow, splinters, that kind of thing, they can move, they can slide. Your grip can relax and shift as need be, but you want to keep those fingers always touching, always have a grip there. So you can we'll start on this side here. I don't know how it's going to look in the video, mirrored image, all that kind of shit, but I have my right hand up top, my left hand at the bottom, and my palms are facing in towards each other. I'm going to go down and across. So I'm going to end up twisting up here. My right hand pops up on top again. My right hand leads the way down in front of me. Rolling like you're in a canoe. Right hand pops up on top, down, and across. That's the general motion. And I'm going to try and get both ends of the bow to end up down my central line as I do this. That's the motion going really slow. You want to take your time getting really comfortable with where that bow is moving. And you want to have your feet together and let your hips move from side to side. Because otherwise you're going to smack yourself in the kneecaps, and that sucks a lot. So after you get used to it, you can start speeding it up a little bit. And this is where your grip can move. It can move along the weapon as the weight shifts, that kind of thing. But always keep that pointer finger and the thumb touching. And you can go decently fast. The idea being is that you just kind of zone out and keep the motion going. And the same idea as with that warm-up, you want this to go side to side as opposed to up and down. This won't do you any favors. This won't do anything for you. You want that point where the weapon kind of pivots to just go horizontally side to side in a nice smooth motion. And from there, we're going to reverse all that nonsense. So instead of going down and across, we're going to go up and back. So now my bottom hand, my left hand, is going to go up. I'm going to use my right hand to scoop up the middle here. Right hand's on top. My right hand drops back, scoops up the middle, scoops up the middle. So you get this. Now start off kind of slow so you can see. And this one is very, very important to move your hips. Very important to keep your feet together, as you will smack yourself in the head, all that kind of stuff. It might hit your legs, that's fine, but you don't want to hit your kneecaps or your head. And again, with this one, keeping it smooth side to side, you can get going decently fast with it. This one tends to be a little bit trickier, so be good to yourself on this one. And you can, if you really feel like getting fancy, you can actually combine those two. I'll show you from the side here. And start down and forward this way. And keep that same momentum, and then I'm going up and back, just facing the opposite direction. And I just hit something in the pocket. But you get the idea. You can combine those change directions as long as you time it out with when the weapon's moving, where it's going, keep that same momentum going as best you can. So, next we get into what's typically more of a challenge for people, doing those same motions single-handed. Instead of using two, now we're just going to use one in the middle. So this is where this is going to work your grip strength a lot. You want your grip to be able to move and adjust, but again, keeping those together. Your opposite hand can be your worst enemy when you're doing these. You can smack yourself in the arm and your hand really easy. So you want to keep that at least in and out of the way. I like to bring it up here, keeping a little distance between my hand and my chest. Not just because it looks all Chinese-y, but this is a good way of knowing how far out the weapon is. If it smacks me in the hand, it's too close, and this is also a really good guard, just in case the thing flops and hits me, that kind of thing. Keeps your elbow tucked in, all that jazz. So I'm going to start with that on my right side. I'm going to start down and forward, and it's just that same motion, but now it's all in that wrist and in my grip strength. So it's between the side of my pinky for my grip and my thumb area. I'm just going to go side to side. And you're going to want your grip to adapt and kind of open up for parts of this so it actually allows the momentum to continue. And you can get going decently smooth with this one. You'll feel this quite a bit in your shoulders, you'll feel this quite a bit in your forearm. This is a really, really good one for control. And it's not too hard to just let the momentum carry it. You don't want to fight the movement of the weapon, you want to kind of guide it. Now, you can do the same idea going backwards, up and back. This one tends to take a little bit of time to get the momentum going if you have a heavier weapon. The one I'm using is decently weighted, so it takes me a couple seconds to get it moving. And you can also switch sides, just like before. Here, as the weapon goes down, now it's going up. And as an added bonus of doing it single-handed, you can switch hands. You can do it mid-motion if you so choose. You'll feel the timing. There you go to the opposite side. As you get pretty good with it, you can 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and you can change direction. You can do all sorts of fancy stuff with it. You get the idea. All right. On to some, actually, I want to make the strikes, that kind of thing, second video. That way this whole thing isn't just super chunky.